You're right there, YouTube. It is Crackoon again, bringing you another gameplay. Commentary man, we're here again, bringing you another ground war domination on the map Underground. Going to be using the ACR. I believe I've got dual attachments on it, red dot sight and a silencer. I've got Sleight of Hand Pro, Overkill Pro, Marksman Pro. Secondary, like primary weapon, whatever you want to say like that, will be the UMP45. I will also have 2 attachments on that. I think I do anyway. I'm not on. Actually, don't quote me to that. Don't quote me to that. I've either got just rapid fire on the UMP, or I've got rapid fire and the silencer, or some kind of combination like that. I'll work it out for you anyway as it goes along. I'm not 100% sure how many kills I get with a UMP if I actually pull out the UMP. Trollololol, etc. Whatever. Moving on anyway, right? Bringing you beasting on Underground like I do. Kill streaks. There's something a little bit different. Attack helicopter, Reaper, Pave low. I don't know. It's an interesting kill streak setup, really, in all fairness, because I mean, you've got the low helicopter on there, which is your attack helicopter. Then you've got kind of like your mid kill streak, which is your Reaper, which is obviously going to get you all the way up to your second helicopter, which is your Pave low. But only problem I can see with this is sometimes the two clash, or well, the two helicopters will clash, i.e. you'll won't be able to get your Pave low in while your attack helicopter's in the air. But in certain scenarios it does work out in my favour. But I pulled out the UMP here, so I believe I've just got rapid fire on it, no silencer, nothing like that. But I don't know, sometimes it's an interesting fact really, because it's good to have the Reaper in there in the middle, because essentially what you can do with your Reaper then is destroy your attack helicopter. Say you're in your Reaper, right? I'll explain it to you. Say you're in your Reaper and you've got your attack helicopter, you've got your Reaper, you're working on your Pave low. When you get to your Pave low, you're not going to be able to call it in because your attack helicopter might still be in the air. With your Reaper, you just shoot down your attack helicopter. That's it. There's no ifs or buts about it. Don't even hesitate or think about it, because the fact is, when you're getting into this scenario of all like, alright, you've got multiple helicopters that need to go up into the air, you've already got 2 that are stacked. Well, you've already got 1 Pave low that's stacked and waiting. I'd rather have my Pave low up than the attack helicopter. Granted, if the enemy team's shooting it down, and it's alright, and it will go in your favour most of the time. But if it's not going to get shot down and you've seriously just got your attack helicopter up in the air, you've already hit your Pave low with your Reaper, just shoot it down, because you might as well just keep it moving and keep the flow of the game going and everything like that. You understand what I'm saying like that? There's no point in dawdling about hoping your attack helicopter is going to get you a few more kills. Well, maybe that's it for me anyway, because that's just the way I perceive it. I just don't really want to do that, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to have to wait for an attack helicopter to get done before I can call him a Pave low, when I can get the XP then and then. Or there and then, not then and then. There and then, and then you don't have to compete against maybe enemy, well, other players on your team, or enemies if they get a helicopter, then get it up in the air, and they could crowd the airspace. So it's a whole building process. It's kind of like the evolution of COD, or well, not the evolution, like the, you know, like a life cycle of like kill streaks and stuff like that, if that kind of makes sense. So I don't know, you got to take it for what it is. A little pro tip really, in my opinion. But when it comes down to it as well, on top of that, you never really do want to be running kill streaks that will cock block each other and shit like that. That's just my opinion upon it anyway, because I mean, in certain scenarios there are a few kill streaks that cock block each other. Well, I've already explained it to you then anyway, but your attack helicopter, well, I didn't explain all of them, but I explained one example anyway. But your attack helicopter will obviously block your Pave low, but you've obviously got like other kill streaks that are just block themselves if there's enemies ones up in the air. If you've got an attack helicopter in the air, you'll get blocked by it. Like an enemy attack helicopter, you'll block your own attack helicopter and won't be able to call it in. You know, stupid little things like that. Precision airstrikes, the same scenario happens. It says precision airstrike cannot be called in at the moment, airspace too crowded, which is a bit strange really, because it's meant to be like proper quick with the precision airstrikes and stuff like that. But I don't know, apart from that, there's not really many other ones that will block it. There's just them few odd scenarios. I'm pretty sure there are other ones as well, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head at the moment. But I don't know, you got to take it for what it is really when it comes down to it like that. But I'm not 100%, I was just thinking then, I'm not 100% sure when this gameplay's from or what prestige it's from exactly. I believe it's pretty recent, you know, because I don't remember myself using this kind of overkill setup. Well, no, relatively old. Or I don't know, it must be near towards the end of a prestige because I would have never normally unlocked Overkill Pro until, like, I don't know, until I hit like level 80, something like that, maybe level 70. I don't know, it's just a different scenario sometimes in which you've just got to look at it and go, Overkill Pro, and like, you got to work it out and all that kind of shit. But I don't know, man. Definitely love Overkill and Overkill Pro. I just love the perk, that's just the way I am. It's what I do. But I don't know, certain scenarios as well though. It's pretty interesting. Overkill Pro can be an extreme burden to you, and what I mean by that is, when you've given away your secondary slot, fair enough, you're getting yourself a brand new secondary weapon, which is a primary weapon at that, so it just makes the gun absolutely beast. But also on top of that, when you put yourself in that position where you don't have Assassin Pro, Hardline Pro, Quick Draw Pro, you know, when you put yourself in that scenario, it's a difficult situation really. It's like hard to sell whether or not you're that's why you've got to work with it, you know what I mean? So Overkill Pro, it's all about knowing when to use it and when not to use it, because I don't know, in my opinion anyway, I just find, well, for me anyway, right, this is because I was kind of explaining that towards like a generality of things, but for me anyway, right, when I'm particularly using Overkill Pro, the only reason I'm going to be using it is if I'm going to be going for like my high kill streaks and stuff like that, and generally just, well, I was going to say kill whoring, but I've kind of been playing the objective this game, you know, defending the points, etc, everything like that. But I don't know, sometimes if you're going to be using, well, most of the time when I'm going to be using Overkill Pro, I'm going to be using it to kill her, and the main reason is I just want extra ammo so I can get extra bullets into extra enemies so they die, or something like that, if that made sense. It's kind of a pretty random explanation of it really, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I could have described it or defined it in a pretty simpler way really, but hey, that's just the way it is sometimes. But I don't know, man, you got to take it for what it is. Overkill Pro, man, it is a beast of a perk. What I'm finding out though at the moment is Overkill, not Overkill Pro, or just the standard Overkill perk, right? What I'm finding at the moment is though, there's certain like combinations of weapons, and the reason I said Overkill instead of Overkill Pro is because obviously with Overkill Pro you get an attachment in your secondary weapon, but we'll speak about it from like the lamest of terms, which is generally just having Overkill and the capability to have a second primary weapon. And I'm learning there are like very good like few different scenarios now in which weapon combinations will really attribute to a certain kind of play style or a certain kind of map and stuff like that. Like, I really love the idea of running dual SMGs, and what I mean by dual SMGs is I'll run the MP7 secondary, and if I've got like Overkill and there's no like, what do you call it, secondary attachment or whatever you want to say like that, MP7 is just a rape machine without even having like without even having an attachment on it or anything like that. So I don't know, it's just I kind of giggled there a little. Well, giggled, I'm not a fucking schoolgirl. Kind of chuckled there a little bit because I don't know, the MP7 is just so great, man. I was just thinking back to these gameplays what I'm describing this one, but essentially, right, the scenario is you run it, the MP7 secondary. It doesn't matter if you've not got an attachment on your second primary weapon or the MP7 specifically, because the gun's rape and it performs any other way. And then you run the UMP for your primary with like dual attachments, like a not a red dot sight, what was I on about, like rapid fire and a silencer, mate, and you're done. The game's pretty much a wrap, mate. I swear to God, it's like it's so like, I don't know, I wish I could say it was like overpowered, but when, I don't know, man, it's interesting really, because when I was looking at Overkill Pro to very begin with, I was looking at it like, yeah, great, I can have shotgun secondaries and shit like that. But then when it came round to the game and shit, I was just like, oh, I don't know, you take it for what it is. I went 47-6, that's the end of gameplay / commentary, and that's all I got to say for now, and peace!